Hello, everyone. Welcome to our Call of Cthulhu one shot tonight. This module, show, presentation, whatever it is called The Show Must Go On. This is written by our friend Sandra Catharin, and it's a really fun, kind of short segment, but it's going to be a lot of fun. We enjoy supporting our friends here, and if you enjoy this presentation, please go out and pick up the module. You can find it on Drive Through RPG. In the meantime, let's go ahead and introduce our players. They're going to tell us who they're playing, and then we'll get started with things. So I have three players tonight. I'm going to start with Diver.
Hi, I'm Diver. I make my rounds here and there, everywhere, kind of an interloper among shows. And I am playing the uh, enormous Barry Lynn tonight.
might be setting a record
Yes,
for our game with his 80 size.
he's 80 size. He literally takes up, he has stage presence. He takes up the entire stage in his own way. So he is the main event. He is the big show. He is
Andre the Giant of
Yes,
theater.
he's really tall and really big. So yeah.
Awesome. Let's talk to Nanad.
Hi, I'm Ned. I'll be playing Roger Standish today. I look quite small compared to Barry, but I'm actually slightly above average height. Yeah, I'm the understudy, mostly in the background, waiting for my big break. So
You never know. Maybe that big break might be coming tonight. And let's talk to Matt.
Hi, I'm Matt. I'll be playing John Crosland, the stage manager. He doesn't really put up with a lot of nonsense from divas, so we'll see how long that lasts.
Oh, good. Did you guys like the artwork I came up with for
cool.
everybody?
Yeah, it worked.
Just took a shot. Hey, Q. And hello, Jen. Yeah, I just took a shot on coming up with some artwork. It looked very old timey, even for the period. But what the hell? I thought it was fun.
Yeah.
So let's jump in. Our story is set in London in the year 1933, and our setting is a theater with a turbulent past. The first theater at the site was built in 1637, but was burned down in 1774 due to negligence by a stagehand who had mishandled the candles on stage. Such a wealthy city without theater wasn't an option, so a new theater arose at the same site a few years later. Fortunately, in 1890, disaster struck again in the form of flames. Some fireworks fell onto the roof and set the whole building ablaze. Wealthy donors brought together the money needed to rebuilding the theater, which reopened in 1894 and still stands to this day. Our characters are employees of the theater. We're going to go into a little more description of what the characters are, their roles, what they do at the theater. But it is a theater that is falling on hard times. We are in the midst of nearly a worldwide depression. So there's not quite as much money to go around for the arts. But as they say, the show must go on. So what I'd like to do is we are at our opening, and Sulphur Heart must have put it down. Yep, setting things on fire. That's a flashback to another game, folks. So we arrive at our theater. It is early afternoon. And each of the Plague's done. Yep, and so do the sanity rolls. Yes, we'll get to it soon enough. Each of our characters has arrived at the theater, and they are supposed to be meeting with the manager. But what I'd like to do first is I'd like to know how we'll get a description from each character. There is supposed to be a production of King Lear that's going to be put on soon, but there's been some complications, and that's one of the reasons the characters have been called to the theater in the early afternoon. So let's go ahead and start with Barry. Let's get a description of Barry. What does he do? What are his ambitions? Those kinds of things.
Well, Barry he's a big guy. He is like 7 foot tall. He's probably somewhere between 250 and 300 pounds. He's just a giant of a man, and he scares people around him by how big he is. He's even more of a giant by comparison to those times than he would be today. So
Right.
like people were smaller back then a little bit.
Yeah.
So he really when he steps on the stage, the floorboards creak, and he doesn't fit any of the costumes that are made for him. Really, everything got to be custom made. So it's just like everything is too short or is too tight or whatever. But he wears it as well as he can. So he tries to fill out the role as well as possible, and even though the ruffles and everything definitely look like they're about ready to split at the seams and everything, he's wearing it the best he can. The hat is just too small on his head and everything. And the sword looks more like a knife really in his hand. So it's just So he's a stage presence, and he's convinced that he's the main part in every play, regardless of the part he's actually playing.
Okay.
And so that's kind of him. He's coming on stage, deep voice. He's just like, I am playing Edmund today, or something, he doesn't quite know all his lines. He's not actually as good an actor as he thinks he is, but he thinks the world of himself, and he thinks he's going to make this play what it is. So that's kind of.
He was just born too soon for the WWE.
Right, exactly. And he's played some really good action roles too, because some directors and playwrights have put him there. Unfortunately, they have trouble finding anybody to play opposite of him because injuries. He just doesn't know his own strengths sometimes.
Okay. All right, so he's arrived.
Yes.
Let's talk to Roger next. Tell us about Roger.
Roger is kind of, in some ways the opposite. He's actually slightly tall. Slightly taller than average. Normally he dresses when off stage in kind of slightly ruffled bespoke suits. The kind of suits you can see are very expensive at some point, but haven't actually been properly looked after. He's fairly soft-spoken, although when he's on stage he can actually project very well, and normally comes in knowing most of his lines, but just hasn't stepped forward. So he's actually the understudy to Mr. Lanting.
Okay.
And
Okay.
I'll speak to the manager.
All righty. And let's meet John a little more.
Let's see. Well, John is kind of average looking, average height. I put the lowest score in appearance, so. But he's very quick. He's very good at his job. He's fairly smart. He does a lot of he's not quite the handyman, but he knows a lot about. I should say he knows a little bit about a lot of things.
Okay.
He's good with a lot of tools. He's good with making sets, working on the dilapidated electrical wiring, and just kind of runs around doing everything that to try to keep this theater afloat physically.
Okay.
He's not the financial guy. That's the manager's job. But if the boss says, "Hey, I need this done," John does his rolls up his sleeves, grabs his toolbox, and sees what he can do with it.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense because he's just trying to get everything done that that they
this
need.
place is falling apart, and without him, who knows how fast it would be falling apart. But his skills cover a lot of broad things around it.
Okay. I had put out pictures of some of the characters that you're going to meet, and for right now, I cannot find those files. So because I wanted to show you what some of the characters look like, and I can't find them right now. All right, that's fine. we are going to pick up with the three have arrived in the theater, and they're going to be meeting with Albert Bingley. He is the general manager of the theater. He's been there about 2 years, and all of the characters report to him. When he took over the management of the theater, he had promised that he would restore the place to its former glory. But as the employees have noticed, the seats have gotten more empty, and on an average evening, there are only about 100 guests at most. Not really enough to keep the theater open, but Mr. Bingley lives by the motto, the show must go on. He's hoping for better times and implores everyone to continue their work. Employees are still getting paid, not much to be fair, but in a time where unemployment rates are very high, having a job is better than no job at all. You will say, Roger arrives outside the door first, and then, hold on, sorry. Mr. Crossman is acting from the neck up. We'll say Roger arrives first, and then John, and then Barry. You're all familiar with each other. We'll kind of establish how they get along from there. They didn't probably know that it was a formal meeting. They probably thought he had asked to just speak to each of them individually, but they all kind of show up at the same time right outside Mr. Bingley's door.
Mm-hmm. Hi. Oh. Good morning, gentlemen. Good afternoon. What time of day is it?
It's we'll say it's about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So.
Okay.
Hello, little sir.
Hello.
Hello down there.
Anybody know what this is about? You guys know what this is about?
No, I have no idea. I just assumed that I was here to recite my parts.
I just figured something's broke again.
Oh. Well, that's okay. Is the door shut?
It is open about halfway.
So there's no need to like bang on it or anything.
No. I mean, unless you choose to.
Yeah. Is he in there?
Yeah. You hear some movement inside. He has a fan that's on. It's a little bit warm in the building today. But yeah, you'd be able to kind of glance and see he's in there.
Yeah.
Give a polite knock to let him know we're here.
Okay. And you hear some shuffling from inside, but then you hear his voice say, "Oh, all right, yeah, please, fellas, come on in."
John doesn't wait; he goes right in.
Okay. Mr. Bingley is he's a middle-aged man in about his 50s. He's always impeccably dressed, suit, tie, pocket handkerchief and glasses. But when you look a little close, you see his clothes have some wear and tear. You know he's competent, but you're pretty sure he's in over his head at the moment. And he is always kind of doing whatever he can to help save the theater. Waves the three of you into his little tiny office. Yeah, exactly. Barry's probably
ducks underneath the door.
Yeah.
Never really stands up because the ceiling's right here. So.
He's sitting behind his desk. The rest of the office is pretty bare except for a couple of paintings from some well-known actors and actresses. He's reading something. It looks like some kind of pamphlet. And when you come in, he just kind of shakes his head and just drops it on the desk. And he says, "I'm sorry to call you in so early, but we got a problem. You know, yesterday when we had the incident, it's kind of bothered Alice. And Alice, and I'm going to butcher her name, I think is Bemister. Sorry, Sandra, I'm butchering these names. This was originally set in Amsterdam, so I switched it to London because I would have butchered all the Dutch names and pronunciations. So Alice Bouwmeester, we're going to say is her name is pronounced. She is the star of the theater company. She knows her audience adores her, and she uses that to make sure that everything goes her way. Well, there was an incident on stage yesterday during rehearsal where a piece of equipment fell from the rafters and landed just a few inches away from her. Well, Alice doesn't want to go on stage now. So you're familiar with what happened in that story, but Albert is he needs Alice to go on stage. She's our star, but she's refusing to leave her dressing room and perform on opening night tomorrow night. That incident yesterday when that set piece came down and missed her by a few inches has just left her reeling. I've tried everything to get her to perform, but she's made it clear she's not even listening to me.
Have you tried chocolate?
Sure. Yeah, but we can't get it through the door. She doesn't want to come out.
She's not coming out. Okay. Well, I can remove the door if you need me to. I can do that.
Yeah. Take the door out.
And he kind of leans back and rubs his chin. He's like,
"Yeah,
that is an idea, but I'm not sure if it'll totally convince her that things are safe. I mean,
I'm good at protecting from falling objects. I mean, I can just kind of stand over her like this, you know.
You are a falling object.
We need our Cordelia, so I mean, I'm okay with being like, you know, a canopy or something.
Well, we should just try and knock and reassure her.
Yeah.
I will go check out this where it fell. I want to go up into the rafters or
okay.
See how, I basically want to see what happened up where it should have started.
Yeah. Really, we do got to find out what's going on here. Is it just the theater falling apart, or is there something going on that somebody's trying to sabotage the place? So it's really twofold.
Well, let's not jump to conclusions. I mean, theaters burn down, they fall apart. It's just a normal. That's just the way we work here. You know, like that. That's just a Tuesday.
Not under my watch. This theater is not burning down on my watch.
I don't really want to be the guy who worked at the place that burned down for the third time.
I get that. I do. Yeah. But it's not always a bad thing, you know. A burning theater can sometimes raise sales, you know. Get attention.
No, not really.
Excuse me. Well, at that point, John will leave the emotional manipulation to the actors and go do his job.
Does John need a lift or anything? Like, I'm good at up, you know, onto the second floor or anything?
I don't know. I may, but
usually we have ladders for that.
I'm thinking we have ladders. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Welcome to our fire sale. Yes. What fire? You'll see.
You.
Just wait.
Just wait.
Buy one fire, get one free.
Yeah,
exactly. As he's talking to you, you see Bingley just had that pamphlet that was on his desk. He's just kind of moving it back and forth with his fingers, like he's nervous about something.
Can I make a psychology roll to assess his state of mind? Is there more than something he's not telling us?
You could, yeah. If you want to take a glance at the pamphlet. What it says is it's for a show. It says Behind the Facade by Theo Lanting at the theater, which I neglected to tell you is called the Pavilion Theater. So it looks like something that Theo has had printed for himself already. Mm-hmm. But yeah, give me
another show?
Anyone. Well, yeah, that's what you've noticed. You haven't heard about that, but there's some pamphlet for a show there.
So is that at this theater? Is this the theater? Is this the pavilion, or is that another
Yeah.
theater? Okay.
Yeah, it would be at the same theater.
Oh,
Anyone
okay.
who would like to give me a psychology roll
Can I assist with that, or should I do my own?
you can each do a psychology roll if you'd like. If you don't have any skill on it, it's okay. All right, so Roger succeeded. Okay.
Excellent.
And Barry succeeded. Okay. Barry's smart too.
Yeah.
So.
He's got a big brain here.
Yeah. Look at the big brain on Barry.
Trying to see if I figure out how to roll this thing.
Yep, you got it. Okay. Good.
Oh, yay. It worked.
Yeah.
I can't see my rolls, but obviously you guys can.
You can actually, if you click on chat messages, you can see what your rolls are.
I'm looking at chat message. It just shows like a game master roll 45 minutes ago, and that's it.
Oh. Okay.
I saw all three, so it's working fine
succeeded.
for me.
So,
yeah.
You notice that when he seems a little nervous about this this pamphlet. He sees you looking at it. He goes, "Well, Theo, well, maybe I shouldn't have, but I gave him permission to try out one of his experimental performances."
You know that doesn't end well.
Yeah. And you know that he hasn't had good experience in the past with Theo.
So we're not doing Lear?
We are. Yeah, the main production is still King Lear.
Oh, okay.
But Theo wants to put on his own show. Theo is he's a young man in about his mid-20s. Usually seems to wear the same dark brown suit and worn down shoes. He's really getting frustrated with the lack of innovation and willingness to experiment in this theater. They seem to just, let's do the classics. Let's stick with what's safe. And he doesn't want safe. He wants to experiment. He wants to bring out new experiences for the audience.
So you referred me to him, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So it sounds like John wants to investigate the theater a little bit.
Yeah, wherever this accident occurred.
Okay. And then Roger and Barry are going to go talk Dallas.
Yeah, I'll remove the door if need be.
So. Let's call that plan Z.
All right. Let's start off with with John first. The stage is divided into two parts, as you'd expect, front stage and a backstage. When you get there, there's a lot of stagehands already working to get some things set up for a run through in the early evening, kind of before the doors open.
Yeah.
So you see a lot of them working on set pieces. You're able to, when you get on stage, you're able to kind of look up and kind of check things out. If you can give me a spot hidden roll, please.
Okay. One of the things I'm very good at.
Mm-hmm.
I think that succeeded.
Oh, he made it. Okay.
Yeah, just barely, but I made it.
Yep. You look up, and the set piece was something that was like a background that they would lower to show you, like a castle
on ropes
or
chains or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. You look up and you see that the rope is unraveled, but you would probably have to get up there to really be able to
check it out.
Check it out, yeah. There is scaffolding that you could get up there. And look
I will do that. I've been around this stuff for, I'm guessing, a couple of years. Mm-hmm. He's not afraid of heights or anything like that. He'll just, all right, let's mosey on up the scaffolding, avoiding the stagehands, try to get to where I need to be to get a better angle on that.
Okay. And you have to kind of go out like on a little catwalk.
That's fine. He doesn't care.
Oh, yeah, but I'd like you to make a roll.
Okay, of what?
And let me let's take a look here. Because it seems kind of rickety. Give me a dex roll, and you're pretty good at dex.
I am very good at dex. I put my best numbers in dex.
Okay.
Oh, 7. Is that 70 or 7?
That's 70.
That was
70.
70.
Okay,
But
still,
but
but
you
under
still
the
made
number.
it. Yeah. Yeah, you get out there and it's a little shaky, but you get out there. The rope does not look like it was cut, but it looks like it was frayed in spots.
Okay.
Based on kind of getting a closer up look, you can't tell if there was foul play or not, but could just be old. You're just not quite sure.
Does the rope look old, or is it like?
It does. I mean, it's worn from lots of shows, being kind of rolled up, pulled up. But it's not something you go, oh, I can see it was cut right here. It's just maybe
no real
starting
obvious
fray.
damage. It's just old.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Does the rest of the rope? I guess do the other ropes here look old and used, or is this?
Yeah.
Like,
This
okay,
yeah.
so
This one looks
out
more
of the ordinary.
It doesn't look out of the ordinary, but it's just if you compared them, you'd say this one's more frayed than those are.
Right. This one's definitely older than some of the other ones.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So we need to get some new rope.
Yep.
At that point, he would just climb back down the scaffolding. You know, there's no clear signs of tampering or whatever. Just we're dealing with old equipment, which isn't a surprise given the state of things around here.
Okay. You gonna come back down then?
Yeah, I was looking for any clear signs of tampering, and there isn't any. So he's all right. Nothing here to see. Nothing unusual. Just old stuff, which is pretty much the whole place.
Okay. He gets down to the stage, and all of a sudden there's this large commotion from the back corner of the front stage area. You see one of the stagehands, Eddie, is kind of walking quickly, and he's carrying this large mirror.
Okay.
And like he's moving it from one place to another, and Eddie trips and stumbles, and the mirror falls down and crashes onto the stage. And poor Eddie has this huge gash on his wrist and a giant piece of glass sticking out of his arm. And it is gushing blood. I will need a sanity roll from John. And what you're going to do is if you summarize your sheet, there's a little summarize button.
Oh, yeah, there it is.
You just click sanity.
Okay.
And it looks like you start off with a 50 sanity, which isn't bad. So
yeah, no idea how that works out.
Okay.
And that's a 14.
You rolled under it, so so you're good. While you think it's gross, you didn't necessarily lose any sanity from it.
Yeah, I didn't lose my stomach over it.
Right. And other stagehands are coming over to help him. They're maybe trying to pull the glass out of his wrist.
Okay. I'm not real good at first aid, but I'll see what we can do here. I might want to make a first aid roll, see if maybe we can try to help stanch that bleeding.
Sounds good. Yeah.
All right.
Maybe get a rag,
make it worse.
Dirty rag in your back pocket.
Yeah, 98. There we go.
All right. Not a critical failure, but not
bad.
You are absolutely useless.
Yeah. All right. Don't know what I'm doing here.
You wiggle it a bit trying to pull it out.
Yeah.
You tried to MacGyver it.
Oh, wait. Maybe I shouldn't do that.
I play a doctor on TV.
Exactly.
I'm not even trying to play a doctor. That looks bad. We should probably call somebody. Or
one of the,
maybe get something else.
One of the other stagehands, kind of walks over and he's just kind of shaking his head and he's like, "Damn it, not a mirror."
You don't believe that nonsense, do you?
Glances over, he's like, when you work in the theater long enough, you start to believe a lot of things.
That's hogwash. Let's see if we can get some. I don't know what we would have available. We don't have an ambulance.
There's really no first aid kit or anything.
Yeah, we're probably too poor to have one.
There's no regulations that require you to have
Yeah, no
these
OSHA.
things. Exactly.
I guess
Yeah, I mean,
we ought to find somebody who can take him to the hospital.
yeah, and they agree that they're gonna find somebody.
All right, I'll go back and tell boss we had another boo-boo, and Eddie is going to have to probably, if he survives the trip over, doesn't bleed out or something.
Damn it! I gotta pay him for what he worked today.
Yeah, only for what he worked. Then you got to give him a full day, right?
Yeah, he didn't clock out first.
Yeah, I'll fix that.
All right, we are gonna go over to the dressing room of Miss Alice Bowmister. She has one of the best dressing rooms in the theater. They're all okay, but she has demanded the greatest of the rooms. When you
Feels
arrive there, oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I said it feels right.
When you arrive, the door is closed firmly and locked.
It's not a problem.
So have I met Miss Bowmister? Right.
Anagram.
What does she like?
Oh, I need to give you a description of her. Sorry about that. She's in her late 30s, always wears well-made dresses, coats. She is the definition of a drama queen. That everything is, a tragedy, everything's wrong, everything's been done. So you guys know she over-exaggerates things. Now, having a set piece almost fall and kill you, she might have a legitimate gripe this time. But she can be difficult sometimes to work with.
She belongs in the theater. I mean, everybody's.
Yeah.
So you've arrived at her door. What are you going to do?
Let's get some tea first.
Okay. All right.
So we arrive with a tray with a teapot and some teacups. If I can find one.
Right. And Barry's just going to let Roger take the lead here before he's basically required to, really get her attention. So.
Okay. All right. So are you going to knock or?
Yeah, I'm going to knock. Okay.
And you hear a muffled, "Go away."
Miss Bowmister, I've got you some tea.
I don't want any tea.
You'll want this tea. It's really good. Best tea.
And Mr. Lind is also here, and he is very eager to talk to you, apparently.
I will allow you to try to either charm her or persuade her. Okay. I will let you, if you have either of those.
Charm.
Yeah.
Persuade is more his style. Yeah.
Yeah. Whatever you.
I would say he's even better at intimidation, but I don't think that's useful here. So.
You can try that if you'd like. But I will let each of you try either charm.
I have both only at base, so.
Okay.
Could I roll acting because I'm pretending to be her friend?
You can try that. If it fails, though, she may see through that. But you can certainly try it.
I'll let Roger go first here and see what happens.
Okay. I'm actually going to roll acting. It's my best skill.
Okay. Oh, you failed.
Can I push it?
Well. You can push it. I got to know what you're going to do differently this time, though. How are you going to approach it differently?
I'm actually going to quote from King Lear.
Okay.
I'm sure there's a line in it somewhere where King Lear persuades somebody or something. And I mean, she knows to play it because she's been doing it. So
yes. Okay. So go ahead and try again.
If this fails, then because I've actually got 70 points in acting.
You have a decent shot at it. Oh
wow!
Oh jeez!
Not your day. It's not your day.
The dice giveth and the dice taketh away.
That is a critical failure.
Okay. Well, seeing that Roger's in trouble here, Barry's going to step in, and he's going to try to make things right in his own very large, persuasive way. So.
Okay, what is he going to do?
So he's going to try to persuade. He sees that Roger's kind of fumbling here. It's not working. He's messed up the lines. He's messed up the lines entirely, and that sort of thing. And Barry's going to say,
I managed to spill the tea all over myself because
exactly. And
all over.
Barry's like, no.
And
it's not been a good day for Roger. He's not at his best. His roof caved in this morning, and we're just here to see how you are, and hopefully to get you to open the door and talk to us. And this tea is so good. I mean, you've got to try this tea. This was made just for you. I mean, we got this special down the street from the person who sells all the other tea, but like this is today's tea. This is yeah.
Give me a persuade roll, please.
Okay. So that's a terrible roll.
Was it 94? It's like I thought as well. Maybe you should push it.
It's time to just forcibly remove the door.
Right. The door opens in, so there's no hinges that you can.
Yeah. So he's just going to have to throw his body into it.
No, let's not do that just yet.
Roger, stand aside. I've had to do this before. I'm good.
I think John has arrived at this moment, and perhaps.
And you see Barry backing up. He's like a rhino. He's getting ready.
John, we have a spare set of keys.
Crashing down the door is not going to make her listen.
Yeah. Okay, you might have a point. Maybe. Roll persuasion for me.
Actually, John has charm.
Yeah. I actually have charm and persuasion. I'm used to dealing with divas.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Get out there now.
Okay. Go ahead and roll either one.
Let's see. All right. Let's see if I can do this. Nope. We're all bad at this
not
tonight.
Quite as bad.
Not quite as spectacularly bad.
Alice shouts, "You idiots! Go away! I don't want to be bothered."
That's good enough for me.
No. We don't walk away at the first obstacle. All right. So she obviously doesn't know who I am. I'm Barry Lynn. I'm larger than life. Literally larger than life. So
I have an idea. I know all her. I've started to play. I know all her lines. If I just put in a wig and we can do things traditional way.
That's right. I mean. We can either do this the hard way, right, or we can do this the team way, all right? And I feel like team better, right? But you forced our hand now, So this door is very thin, okay? And I don't want you to get hurt, but trying to open these doors is not a specialty of mine. So he's gonna be like, I need to break it down if you won't come out.
Okay. And she's like, you hear, "Don't you dare touch my door, you brute."
He's going to touch the door in his own very way.
Now you can use intimidate if you'd like before you attempt to break down said door.
So yeah, he's going to use a combination of like just a loud, like anybody else's knocking would just be normal, but he's just going to be like wham, 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 and the whole structure of the theater is going to feel it. So.
Miss Bombster, you better come out before.
That's right. Before the whole thing falls in on us. Yeah.
Okay.
Can I also help you with his intimidate?
There we go. Yeah.
He succeeded.
Yeah. The theater shakes.
Roger failed so badly she's not even responding to his voice anymore.
Oh, yeah.
But when she feels the shake on the door, you hear this. Right. Just relax. And you hear a click, and the door is unlocked.
See. Hello, down there.
And when you open the door, the smell of expensive perfume hits your nostrils. Now, I need to know, when you step in, what foot do you step in with first?
The left one.
Okay, so Barry comes in with his left foot first.
He's got a size 15 shoe. So.
Okay, how about Roger and John?
I'll sell left one as well.
Okay.
Yeah, just to be contrary, Roger will do right.
Okay.
Or John will do right. Sorry.
Okay. So Barry comes in first, and she watches him come in, and she is just, oh. And then she watches Roger, and she's like, oh, dear God. Oh. And she's like, all right, just come in. Come in. You're just making it worse.
Sorry for interrupting
You see, there is a sofa in the room next to a large table filled with gifts from different admirers. But there's
Chocolates. I told
no.
you.
Yeah. There are some chocolates.
Yeah.
And you do see some liquor bottles in a cabinet. I'd like everyone to make a spot hidden, please.
Awesome.
Okay, that's I'm good at, but then again, I'm good at other stuff as well.
Okay, so what do we got here? Okay, so John succeeded. Roger, no.
Barry's looking at just the alcohol bottles that look kind of like those little, gift bottles or whatever people get, the little trial sizes. Yeah.
John, you notice that there is a trash can in the corner with a bouquet of fresh flowers in it. And there's a note attached to it that says, "Good luck."
He will go over and kind of... Is she looking at us or...
No, she's just utterly like...
At a loss?
Yeah.
Okay, so he'll kind of slide over to the trash can, grab that note, and read it in more detail if possible, if there's anything more to say on it.
Just says "good luck." There's no signature or anything on it.
Okay. What are the flowers? Like, are they something we know she likes or doesn't like?
You can ask her.
Well, what are the flowers? Let's start with that.
She just shivers and she's just like, somebody gave those to me before the performance.
Ah. Well, some people are just ignorant.
They didn't say break a leg.
She's like, exactly.
Yeah. It's bad luck to wish somebody good luck.
Exactly. Somebody around here understands this.
I knew it. People always wish me good
luck. That's also been when I was in high school. So I know the traditions.
Mm-hmm.
As a player.
Yep. Yeah, which is the player. Yeah.
Using some knowledge from way back when.
That's fine. Yep.
So, we'll have these burned. Will that satisfy you?
The damage is done, but just get rid of them. Yes.
All right.
Okay.
John will take them out.
Yeah. I don't.
Thanks, John.
And she says, I just don't even know what went wrong yesterday. I mean, someone of my stature should not have to deal with these kind of working conditions. I mean, here I am giving the performance of my life, as I always do. I never give bad performance. And suddenly there's this crunching sound from above, and then the wall of death is rushing down at me. Had I not been so light on my feet, I would have been killed.
Crushed,
yes.
Yeah.
Yes, that must be very terrifying for you.
Paced on the stage. I mean, I've seen it happen. I haven't always been directly involved in that, but I've seen it happen.
I know I need to rehearse for the opening night of King Lear, but I can't get back up on that stage.
You can.
I cannot get back up on that stage until Bingley stops declining my requests that this theater needs to be cleansed. There's bad luck here.
Mm-hmm. He's going to turn to his companions here and go, do you think there's bad luck? I mean, I feel like we're all just great luck here.
I mean, I don't believe in any of that claptrap.
Ah.
We're old. The theater is old. I checked out the ropes. We just need to get some new ropes. Maybe we can spring this on Bringley to maybe buy a couple of new hempen or silken ropes to work on these sets. I don't know if he'll able to pry any coin out of his purse, but this is at least a good sign that maybe we should do a little more upkeep around here. I've been saying that for weeks.
Can we do that before the performance? I mean, is there enough time?
Oh, probably not. Ropes. Oh, wait, you think so?
Roping is going to take quite a while.
Yeah.
There's not enough time to get that here. I mean, we could buy it maybe. Maybe we have to go down to the shipyards for anything that length or that quality.
I'll tell you what. It's that Theo Lanting. He's the problem. Do you know he mentioned that dreadful Scottish play on stage? And then, after that, doesn't he know the decorum for this? He's supposed to exit the theater, spin around 3 times, spit, curse, and then knock on the theater door to be allowed back in.
Everybody knows this. Yeah.
If he does that, I will come back up on stage. Until then, this theater is cursed.
Seems completely reasonable to me. Like, obviously you're a voice of reason, and this is
let's speak to him.
I'm sure we can convince him to.
Sorry, Q hadn't got to that one yet.
Sean's asking himself that question right now. Where did I hide the good chin?
If you can talk to that dreadful Theo Lanting, perhaps I can find the strength to carry on.
The show must go on, and this. The
show must
true.
go on. But...
I know. Yeah, we're on your side. Yeah, we're gonna go say a few things to Leo. I'm sure he'll come around.
She looks up at Barry and she goes, "You're not quite the lunkhead you appear."
No, absolutely not. I always surprise people in many ways. Yeah, I'm full of surprises. Yeah.
Okay.
He's going to hit his head on the door as he goes back out.
All right. I didn't want to blow that in anybody's ear.
So what's the plan next then?
Theo's going to visit. Yeah.
Go by Theo.
Go by Theo. Okay.
And see if he can. If nothing else.
Okay. His dressing room is probably only 3 or 4 down, so it's right where you are, pretty close. So, but obviously not as big and fancy.
Well, Barry's going to do the very same thing that he just did, since it was the one thing that worked.
Okay.
And got our diva to open up the door. So we're going to roll intimidate, and we're just going to wham on that door.
Wait, he's not actually locked him in, so maybe we should just knock first.
No. He's already 2 giant steps ahead of you. So he's just like he found his solution. He's got
subtlety.
That's right.
Yeah,
that's right.
We're gonna play good cop, bad cop. We're gonna start with bad cop.
All right.
And there it is. See, it's gonna work again.
Wow.
That's a straight 2-star intimidation.
He just there's no answer.
Oh. Is the door unlocked?
It is locked.
Okay.
Well then, okay. So what kind of strength check do we need to just get through it?
Well,
before we start breaking things, let's look.
Or he's not in his room.
Or you can try sleight of hand to perhaps pick it.
What? I'm actually pretty good at this. Well, not pretty good.
I was about to say, one of you two are going to have to do this.
No, I can't do that. I'm a 10.
Barry's not the rogue.
I go find the keys. That's what I go do.
Don't you have the keys, John?
I don't think I have the keys of dressing rooms.
You give me a luck roll. It's
okay. Let's see if I happen to have picked them up.
And if you maximize your screen, there's a luck category, and if you succeed on the luck roll, we'll say you have your keys with you.
Let's see. I do not see.
You click the summarize and you get the small version of the sheet.
Yeah, I see.
And then
there it is. Luck.
Luck is over on the left.
It's on the other side compared to hit points.
Yeah.
So
let's just see.
All right. Give it a shot.
And
Squeaked it.
just barely made it. Okay. After kind of looking through your pockets and this ring of keys, you do find the one that you think is the key, and you open it.
Okay. So click.
Who's
click.
going? Is everyone going in?
I will go in at least.
We're all kind of piling.
Yeah.
Okay.
Barry Ducks.
Yeah.
When you step into the room, you get an eerie feeling. Something's wrong here. I need a sanity roll from every player, please.
So where do I click for that?
You when you can like summarize your sheet, and then you'll see sanity, and you can just click on sanity.
Okay.
All right, John got a 57 on a 50, so that means I failed.
You failed. Yep. So I'll roll to see what you lose. 17. Okay, Barry succeeded.
He's unaffected. He doesn't actually
I'm going to roll it because I'm clicking on sanity and nothing's happening.
You're clicking sanity and nothing's happening?
It gave me a pop-up window for a bonus selection or something like that. It popped up over my sheet.
Okay, yeah. You just
click
roll after that. So, but I think John already.
Yeah, I already did it.
Okay. All right, so there we go.
Delaying.
Oh,
I'm on fire today. Literally.
Okay.
I've rolled below 90 the whole night.
Whatever the eerie feeling in this room is, it just terrifies you. You are going to lose 2 sanity. So what you're going to do on your sheet is you're just going to reduce your that sanity on the left by 2.
Okay.
Okay.
What did I lose?
Oh, I forgot to roll for you. Sorry.
Oh well, he's not here. I'll back out the room.
You lose 3 sanity.
Okay. All right.
Okay. You
get a
get
case of the willies.
Yep. Those who failed, you get the image of a burning theater in your mind's eye. You're like, something bad is going on here. Is history going to repeat itself?
I don't know if I can do anything about it.
Okay. Now,
all right, let's search his room, guys.
Yep. Calling this a room is really generous. A closet may be a better word.
Yeah, overgrown closet.
Yep.
Yeah,
a small
closet's bigger than this.
A small desk with peacock feathers on top is set to the back wall with a cracked mirror on top of it. A small locker is set on the right hand side, and you think you hear a rat scurrying around in the walls behind it.
Okay, maybe he locked the door, but maybe he's not here and just locked his room behind him.
Yep.
Yeah.
So he probably left and locked the door behind him.
What about there's something, a desk?
There's a desk and there's a small locker.
Okay, I want to look at the desk first, see if there's anything on there, anything, notes.
Okay.
Pencil, whatever, anything.
Okay, I need a spot hidden, please.
Okay.
Let's head back to the manager and find out if he's seen anything.
Okay, a
17.
17. Okay. You find that there's a drawer on there with a book in it. Cover is blank, but on the first page gives its title, On the Nature of Facade. And I tried to make a screen print of that, and I don't think I have that either. I apologize, guys. I'll go ahead and let me see if I can get that up here for you. I'd like the audience to see it too. So let's do this. And okay, here we go. So let me see if I can share that with everyone. And here we go. Okay. And let me see, I can probably blow it up a little bit. But here's what it says. The origins of many of the superstitions in theater as we know today have been lost to time. All we know is that these rituals should never be regarded as fool's talk. They are not products of an overactive imagination, but wards to keep the true nature of this place of wonder and make-believe hidden for non-believers. Even the great writers of old have been warning against the jesters who decided to test the fragile line between order and chaos, between reality and make-believe, between the worlds in front and behind the facade. Fortunately, none has been so foolish to pursue this dangerous course of action. By putting together a performance that breaks down these conventions, circumvents the wards, and defies fate, the world behind the veil gets visible and the truth is revealed. And what gets seen cannot be unseen. What gets done cannot be undone.
That all sounds very reasonable to me.
And you do recall that the pamphlet that the manager had was for a show called Behind the Facade.
Behind the Facade, yeah. Sounds like...
what are those crossed out signatures?
Yeah, they are just about illegible, really, but there was something being scribbled there that you're not able to read.
Mm-hmm. Sounds like he's got some sort of... Well, he did say it was some sort of weird, I guess, fanciful play he wanted to put on. Maybe we can talk him into performing a ritual for cleansing of the theater to ease the mind of our starlet, in perhaps exchange for some serious consideration for his production, or at least talking to the manager about his production. It might get you guys some roles too, get you out on stage. Let's see if we can find this guy. Maybe talk him into performing a little cleansing ritual. Thank you. I had a brain cramp. Cleansing ritual for our starlet. Shall we?
That sounds like a brilliant idea, and I'm good with breaking down other doors. So,
well, these are metaphysical doors, but
yeah.
Now, John might know a little bit. He's reasonably smart. Yeah. So, all right, let's go find Lionel and see if we can talk some quote unquote sense into him.
Okay. Now, when you step out of the room, which foot do you step with? I mean, from each player.
Right.
The right foot, because obviously, like, our diva just really didn't like the fact that we stepped in with the left one. So I paid attention to that. I was watching.
I would say right.
Okay.
Well.
Okay, so you exit with your right foot. Okay. All right. Good.
No lines. I'm not stepping on any lines either.
You will search the theater. You do not find Theo Lanting.
Theo, that's what his name is. I was thinking Lanting.
You do find the manager though. He is walking through the corridors of the theater. You do see him meeting with a group of men that you know are wealthy donors to the theater. And he, Bingley does kind of wave you over when he's kind of done talking, but just kind of a okay, come here, kind of a wave, like.
Good. Hiding slightly behind Barry.
Were you able to talk to Alice?
Well, she wants Mr. Lanting to do a cleansing ritual, so.
Yeah.
Oh dear God.
His peacock.
Standard
the mirrors or something.
Yeah. Standard diva stuff, you know.
And he kind of turns to the donors and is like, "Could you give me just a moment, please?" And they kind of wander off, and Bingley comes back to him and just kind of rubs his eyes. He's like, "So we want Theo to do this ridiculous performance of his?"
Well, she just wants him to do a little cleansing ritual to make the stage safe again.
And he's like, "Oh God, is that what the The walk outside and the spin and the...
Yeah.
Yep, that one.
Oh, dear God.
Mr. Bingley, these are very serious matters, right? I mean, certainly as someone who has managed theater for as long as you have, you understand. There really is something to having good energy to the room. I try to bring it in big qualities and quantities myself, so I surround myself with good energy, you know. And he's waving his arms about and hitting things, and I'm like,
we're all ducking.
Exactly. You know, this is just theater. This is the business. You know, so
yeah. And anyway, it'll make her happy, and probably take Miss Landing about 5 minutes of his time.
I think I'm gonna have to let Theo do his show first.
And before he'll cleanse the theater?
And then I don't know if it's going to cleanse the theater, but it's going to make him happy. And then maybe if I make him happy, then maybe he'll do the thing that'll make Alice come out.
Mm-hmm.
If you can just find him, I can show him. I can explain things to him.
He wants to put this show on tonight rather than tomorrow?
Yes.
I thought we would need to rehearse and all this other stuff.
I think it's a one-man show, to be honest with you.
Well, if it'll let him do it. I don't know that we're going to get a crowd in here by then, but
no, I think he wants to do this for himself. He's talking about actually doing it down in the basement. So
nobody will see it unless we're watching it.
I think he wants us to be there. I think he's a troubled young man. But if I can get
theater.
Yes. and he kind of rolls his eyes, kind of like, yes, I deal with actors all the time.
Yeah.
I need. This is almost like a chain of events have to happen. I need him to be happy. Once he's happy, perhaps he will do what Alice wants. If Alice is happy, the show goes on. The investors will continue to fund us.
Yeah, and they get paid. Yeah.
Yes.
All right. They're funding us?
Well, they were, but if no one's coming here, they're not going to.
Yeah. You make
donations are I guess expected among the wealthy. You know, who's giving to the most useless cause, if you will, or perhaps the most pathetic. We'll take what we get.
I just if you could go down there, and I'll come with you once I'm done with speaking to the investors. Let's just go make this man-child happy.
Of course,
the problem go away.
Yes.
Yeah.
I agree. All right. Just before we leave, I want to point out that look, I checked everything out on the set. I think we just have a problem with old ropes. There's no malfeasance that I can see that occurred here with the stage and the sets. I think it's just a matter of some old equipment. Maybe we can talk if we get a little extra coin out of these people here. We could get some new ropes for our set, for our stage, and maybe that'll help things out a little bit. Avoid this kind of problem in the long run.
Let's try to keep this all to ourselves, so that
mum's the word.
But thank you, John, for checking that out. I don't want them to know we've had difficulties lately.
No, of course not. They'll pull their funding faster than you know what. So, all right, let's go downstairs. Let's go meet with.
Yeah.
I keep wanting to call him Lionel Hutz.
Lionel Hutz.
Or Troy McClure.
Yeah, hi, my name is Troy McClure. You might remember me from. All right.
So let's go find
changing hearts.
Mr. Lanting.
This is
we are going to the basement.
Yeah.
It's very dark when you come down here. There's a light you approach the basement door, and there's a light that's shining through, and you can see that there's some chairs and some stools have been put around in a small open area in the middle of the room. And the chairs would be for you to sit, and it looks like the stools would be for the performance.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Do we see anyone?
When you first come in, you do not see anyone.
Barry's just gonna do his thing and call out his name, like Theo, Rio, like.
And you hear Theo call out, "Oh, thank you. Go ahead and have your seats. We'll get started in just a few moments."
Well, we just kind of wanted to talk to you before you put on your performance. Is that possible?
Later.
John sits, crosses his arms, using defensive body language.
Okay. And Bingley arrives, and he will sit down with you.
Barry's going to crouch onto the chair because it's way too small for him. So,
after everyone is seated, the door slams shut. It's weird that it is this dark, because normally there would be a ghost light on to ensure that no accidents occur, or ghosts do not have the stage for themselves.
Creepy.
The performance starts with the sound of a gunshot. Lanting steps onto the stage and lights 3 candles. The closest one is right next to Bingley. Now,
wait. I remember something about 3 candles. That's not good.
I'd like a history check from the characters.
The player remembers.
Well,
the player remembers as well.
Let's see if the character knows.
Yeah.
I
no
need
way.
the
Well, what I know is not supposed to light 3. Oh, okay, 98, of course. I have no idea.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Roger sucks.
It's like
56 out of 5%
He's not
of
having a great night.
All right, so
none of us know anything about the 3 candles.
this is all superstitious claptrap as far as
Yeah. Okay. When Lanting starts lighting the candles, the lighting around the stage is kind of fairly dimly lit now, and it's just kind of flickering behind him. The room suddenly starts to look bigger, but you notice that there's mirrors he's positioned around the room. And
that are not broken. These are mirrors that are
not broken. Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
This guy's just breaking all the rules.
And you can see yourselves faintly in the mirror. If you really want to gaze into the mirror, what I would need from each character is a power roll. And that is actually on your character sheet. I believe you minimize it. And there is...
Magic points?
Yes. Oh, no, hold on. No, it's actually... power is
power.
on your... It's one of your stats. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Okay, there it is. I found it.
Okay. So...
Hey, I actually passed this one.
You did?
Oh.
So did I.
Okay.
My curse is broken.
We all did this. We don't know anything about history, but when it comes to looking in mirrors, we're all champions.
Well, we are actors.
Well, it's bad luck for the mirrors on stage or something like that. So.
Yeah.
Everyone can see themselves, but it's faint in the light. But you're like, there's something odd about this, and mirrors and the performance is a bad thing. In the dim light, you can see that Theo is wearing a blue suit with a couple of rings around his fingers and a medallion around his neck with a diamond in it. Anyone would like to make an occult roll, you can.
I don't think I can.
Well, you think of a base of 5, probably.
Yeah, Roger, I hope you got this because I don't have a cult at all.
Yeah, I have a cult of 5.
62, close enough. I'm not going to spend
much. No. More superstitious nonsense as far as John's concerned.
Okay.
Like, he knows some of it, but it's all, he doesn't put any stock in this garbage.
Okay. Actually, who read the on the nature of the facade? I know you guys all kind of looked at it, but I think it was Roger had run. Was it John who went to the desk?
Yeah, I picked it up and read it.
Okay. I'm gonna let you roll again on the occult.
Okay. Well,
not that it might make a difference, but
it's a 5.
Okay.
14 got closer.
Now
got closer.
I will let you spend luck.
Right.
You can spend up to luck. You can spend up to 10 luck. I will let you spend 9 luck.
Bring the roll down. Yeah.
If you want.
All right, let me do that because I feel like there's something important here we should know. So I will spend 9. That will take me down to 41 luck.
Okay.
And that will make the roll.
Okay.
Right?
You know that blue clothing and jewelry on stage is a no-go.
Yeah.
Theo, once he's done with this, he will say, you must take Madame Arcandia, I don't know how you say that, away from here. What I wanted to say was that Constantine has shot himself. Now, there's at least 2 actors in the group. You guys give me history rolls, the 2 actors.
This I actually have.
Okay.
I got this one.
Okay.
I know
good.
about my fellow actors.
You do. Okay.
Yeah.
I can't find history. Oh, there it is.
Yep.
Hey, I know this.
Awesome. Okay. You know that is the last line from The Seagull, written by Chekhov. But why start with the last line? That's bad luck.
Everything this guy does is bad luck. It's just bad luck from hell to breakfast here.
You then hear what sounds like a large crash from above.
More stuff break.
John?
Yeah, that doesn't sound good.
Is that one of the ropes again?
Maybe.
Yeah.
I'm looking up and seeing, like, listening for any clamoring or shouting, screaming.
Bingley looks at you guys and just gives you a nod, like, hey, go check it out.
Okay, I will leave.
Okay.
I don't know if the actors are going to follow, but I'm definitely going to go check it out.
I feel like to get Barry all the way back up those steps and everything, John's going to have it figured out by the time he gets up there. So
Yeah.
Okay.
I won't be of much help anyway. I'm more likely to get in the way than do anything.
Okay.
All right.
Theo says, leaving so soon, my fellow thespian? Will you not stay to see this performance continue? I promise you, the ending will be very revealing.
John will pause and listen to see if he hears anybody like screaming, crying, shouting, or if everything seems calm. I mean, it could just be something they were rehearsing and somebody dropped something. It could be small. It could be a minor incident, not a major one.
Doesn't hear anything just yet.
Doesn't it? All right, I'll give him a minute.
Okay.
I will come back in. All right, it doesn't sound
well,
like anybody died up there.
Hold on. So you stepped out the door?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
you
I would have
turn around
stepped
the
out
door.
to listen. Or tried to.
Okay.
With the door open?
So you're still in the doorway?
Yeah.
Okay, because
Open the
it's
door and
important
listen.
to know where you are. So.
No, I would open the door, listen, and then if I don't hear anything, like any shouts or like anybody in danger or panicking, then I would close the door and come back and sit.
Okay. All right, that's what I need to know, because it depends. Okay. Let's see now. Once you're back inside, you hear screaming coming from above you, from the middle of the building. So once you came back in, that's when you start hearing some screaming.
Okay, that's it. I'm out.
Okay.
Okay. Part of my job is to investigate stuff like this. At least let the boss know. Or while the boss is entertaining the clients, I got to go find out what's going on. So at that point, I would leave.
I feel like upon hearing screaming, Barry might decide that somebody might need rescuing or something like that too. So he will go with John.
All right, so Barry goes. Okay.
Yeah.
What's the manager doing?
He's staying.
Yeah.
Yeah, he can stay. This is my job to, at least as a stage manager, at least go investigate stuff like this.
And you might need me to lift you up somewhere, so I'm coming.
Or lift up whatever fell.
Yeah, right, exactly. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, Roger's going to stay. I will wait here. I mean, obviously you can call me if you need.
Okay. So this, and then I have to kind of split the group up because there's some different things that happen.
Always split the party. That's always a good idea.
Always split the
party. Always. Nothing could possibly go wrong with that.
Okay. For the 2 that left, as you go out the door, you hear it close. And when you look back, the door's gone. I need a sanity roll, please.
That's a great special effect.
Yeah.
Do I notice that the door has disappeared, or can I still see it from this side?
There'll be something different for you. So, okay, so
it varies. Just like that's a great special effect. He's completely unaffected.
I did not succeed.
All right, so I'm gonna roll your sanity loss here. You've lost 4, so I
Oh.
believe you've lost 7 sanity so far.
Yep.
I love it that John is slowly going crazy here, but Barry's just like, this is all fine. This is all just normal theater stuff.
It's all good. It's all good.
Yeah.
Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off with Barry and John first. As you walk through the corridors towards the stage, you notice that something's off. This corridor, normally white with a marble floor, is now made of wood with some drapery on the walls. You hear screaming coming from the middle of the building. When you go towards the door, the area where the stage would be, you do see a stage. It's just not the stage you know or familiar with. You're standing on a balcony in a square room with a stage to your right that doesn't look familiar at all.
How the hell did we get here?
And I need
John,
another.
did you have people that like changed everything around in the time that we were down there?
And I need another sanity roll, please.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, 3.
Okay. Holding it together.
Wow.
Yeah.
Barry's still unaffected.
Barry's a rock.
Yeah, he's just like he's seen everything, right? And so it's like this isn't facing him at all. He's seen him change entire stages around. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Inside, we're gonna go back to the theater then. Theo is continuing his performance. He places some peacock feathers around the stage and some fresh flowers. Starts to speak very softly, and in the dimly lit space, the candlelight flickers. His eyes roll back in his head, and he starts reciting random words and phrases from plays from the past and the future. Roger does recognize a couple of the quotes, but a lot of them are unfamiliar to you because, well, they haven't been written yet. As soon as Theo speaks his last word, he strikes one of the mirrors next to him with his bare hand, and the mirror shatters.
Is he bleeding?
Yes, he's bleeding profusely. Bingley looks over at you and gestures with his head towards Theo and says, like, end this. We stop this.
I'll leap up and pull him out. Theo, come, let's bandage us up.
Okay.
Let's take you upstairs.
Okay, let me skip ahead. Okay. Theo continues to try to continue his performance, but
I'm actually trying to now drag him away and.
Okay. All right. He's going to try to shrug off from you to try to get away from you. He reaches over to one of the mirrors and picks up a shard of glass.
Put that down, Theo. You're just going to bleed all over the place. Is he actually trying to attack me, or is he just picking it up as part of the performance?
He's holding it, and you see in the shard of glass, you can see this distorted image of Theo, but his face is monstrous. His eyes are black, just without, almost what seems like without a soul. Mm-hmm. And you see in that pane of glass, you see an image of Theo standing over Albert Bingley, who has a shard of glass driven into his chest.
Sanity roll, SU?
And as you see this, you're like, wait, this isn't a dream. I'm awake. This isn't. Mm-hmm. You see Theo lunge at Albert. I
try and step into his way, actually, push him to the side if I can.
Okay.
Because I'm already trying to get his hands away from the boss.
Now, that would be a brawl roll, and when you roll this, I'm going to give you a bonus on it. It's like an advantage. So when you click on it...
I roll advantage.
Yeah, you choose... Yep, okay.
So roll, and then bonus dice.
Yes, yeah, exactly, yeah. Okay. Oh, 1.
Critical.
Dang,
That is about the best. That is easily
that is the
you
best you can do.
do.
Yeah.
Yeah, you are able to shove Theo out of the way to be able to protect Albert.
Mm-hmm. Theo, snap out with. I try actually slap him.
Okay. Yeah, give me a brawl roll.
This is
Another
90
brawl
pretties.
roll.
It's kind of.
Yep.
I don't think.
The server went down. God damn it. I told you it always goes down at the wrong moment.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry guys. Let me get that started up again. The show
If you
must
want,
go
like
on.
old school, I actually have a copy of my character sheet as a PDF.
If you do, go for it. Yeah, please. It's going to take me longer.
I was about to say this is part of the reason why Roger agreed to like be in this play with Barry, because he actually has fight skills and he might actually be able to hold his own with this giant. So
I rolled a 48. Can I spend eight luck to actually?
You can.
succeed?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, I'll do that.
Okay. Yeah. So you're just going to like punch him.
Well, more I'm just trying to actually more grapple him, kind of more snap him, not to do damage, more kind of just. I'm trying to get him to snap out whatever's going on with him.
In the scuffle, you bump into one of the candles.
Mm-hmm.
Oops.
Candle falls over and hits one of the curtains that was up in the room, and they begin to catch on fire.
Okay, we need to get you out of here. I tried to actually drag him up the stairs.
Okay. All right. So you're gonna try to drag Bingley out of here. Okay. I need a hard dex roll. So you need at least a 25. Yeah.
And fail 54.
Okay. I will let you roll again if you like.
Okay.
You're only going to get to roll 3 times, though.
Okay, makes sense. 48, still not making it.
Okay. The smoke is getting worse in the room.
Well, now I actually rolled a 5, so.
Okay. All right. You manage to pushing through the smoke. You manage to drag Bingley out of the.
Bingley, help me with him. I'm trying to get the boat out.
Albert doesn't want to leave, and he actually then rushes away from you and heads back towards the mirrors.
Okay, if I want to get out of the door, I start really fire.
Okay. We're gonna go back then to the stage. You've seen that this miraculous change to this stage, and now you can see where that loud sound came from earlier. Some of the set has come down due to a fire that's raging across the stage. The audience and it's strange because why is there an audience here? Because you haven't started, but you see there's an audience.
Yeah.
They look like they were enjoying the show, but now they begin to scream. They're scrambling to get out of their seats, and they're rushing to get away. I need a spot hidden. From Barry and
is the server
John.
back up yet, or
no? If you
let me see if I can dig out some dice then here.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
You need to enter the start password that's shown on my side. So
I use an automated roller. This is percentile, and we want low.
Yeah. I will try to start it up again in the meantime. Like I said, it always goes out at the crucial moment.
By the way, I'm projecting my voice so that people actually hear me.
Okay. Actually, I'm starting it back up if you want to give me a second.
Okay. I can wait.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Sorry, guys. It should be. I know it breaks up the drama.
You just had a big old intermission sign across the.
Yeah.
Oh, I know. I should have. It seems like because we've been going for about 2 hours. About 2 hours ago I started it up, so I don't know if it's only good
There's a
for like
time
2
limit?
hours and then it.
Yeah. Wonder if that's something that's happened. Like if you go back and look at the other games, you might find that at 2
Yeah.
hours it kicks out.
Yeah. And I looked. I was telling the guys earlier. The reason apparently is something to do with their servers or something. There's some kind of timeout, or it could just
Yeah.
drop out. And there's nothing in my settings that I can change. Like that's what I was first looking for. Is I was like, is there something in the settings I can change? But no. So.
Well, I have that it's starting up, but the progress
Yeah.
bar has not gone very far.
Yeah, I know.
You want to wait, or should we just go ahead and do our rolls?
If you've got the dice, go ahead and roll them.
I have an automated roller. I
Okay.
just have to type in the syntax for the code, so it's not difficult. We use it all the time for our D&D group. All right, I have a 53.
Okay.
And I think I have a 70 on my spot hidden. Yeah, I'm spot hidden
good.
70, so I have 53. So I'm success, not great success, but success. I don't know if that matters here.
For Barry, if you have 2 D10s, you can roll those, and you just choose one as like your.
I have a 55.
A 55. Okay. Yeah. And
that's easy.
And his spot hidden is 50. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm willing to spend. If John didn't, I mean, if he found it, then I don't need to. But like,
that's fine.
Barry can haplessly help. John try to look for things.
Okay.
John is used to not having people to depend on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Got to do everything around this place.
But Barry's really making a good show of it. He's really he's swiveling his head around and everything.
John's opinion of actors.
Yeah.
Very low. It's going down every passing moment. Okay. Why am I in this job?
It should be back up. What you notice is because at first you were just like, I see people in the seats. Yeah. But when you look, they're dressed in a fashion that you're like, well, this is the 20th century, but they look like they're in like the 17th century. Like powdered wigs and big formal gowns.
John's like taking kind of a step back away, like this.
Can I see
weird.
What he's seeing
You do.
There?
I'll point it out like if
you do.
Be, like, look at
they came in costume too. That's awesome. You always want to see an engaged audience. Like that's great. Like
but
when the audience dresses up too, this is just fantastic. Like what a turnout!
King Lear isn't 17th century. No powdered wigs and all that. We're talking
it's
like
Shakespeare,
so
close enough. I mean, give or take a century. It's fine.
A lot of centuries.
Now we're gonna go. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, John is kind of slowly backing up. Like, all right, I need to find a way out because this is crazy.
Yeah,
I'm losing my mind.
Where are you going? Where are you going? This is a fantastic show, except for the fire, of course.
And that's the problem. We got a fire.
Yeah. Well,
fire bad.
Sometimes get a little out of control. That's supposed to be what you're working on. That's what you're hired for, right?
No. I help manage everything else, but fires are bad.
Yeah. Okay. Well, somebody got a rug or something we can put it out with,
It is becoming a huge fire.
Oh wow, it's a bigger fire than me. Okay, that's not all right. That's not
good.
It's
also up. It's a lot harder to cover something in midair.
Yeah.
Now, Roger, you've dragged Bingley out of there, and you've heard this commotion from upstairs.
Stomping around and everything.
Yes.
Okay, I want to come up to notice it's a different theater, or am I still in the old one?
When you come up, you see the old theater, and Bingley was starting to thank you. He's like, "Oh, thank you. I'll make sure you get a bonus for all this. I'll make sure you have a job." And then his jaw just kind of drops, and you see this old time theater.
What happened?
The fire is raging.
Do I Okay, I look back at the door and assume it's not there anymore.
The door, yeah, where you had come out of, that's gone now.
Mm-hmm.
If you are in the theater, you see that the entrance is now blocked by a large red curtain. And all three of you now see this.
Yeah. So is there a different entrance, or is there another way out, or?
There are
Stage
fire
exit.
exits.
Yeah.
They did actually
So-
have that,
Mm-hmm.
but when you get there, the doors are locked.
Well, that's not a problem. I feel that my companions would want me to exercise my door opening skills.
Yeah,
Okay.
this time I think we need to finally
We're
open the door.
starting to panic.
This might be
He
that
can get the
time.
door open.
Yeah.
John momentarily forgetting he had a key ring.
Right.
Yeah.
The fire exits should be locked.
They should not be locked. No.
Yeah.
Barry, it's time to do your thing.
Okay. All right. So he's going to, like, is this a brawl type of situation, or is this...
It could either be brawl or if you want to use your strength. I would think his brawl is well. Actually, his brawl is actually better than his strength.
Right? Yeah. He's actually not as strong as he is big. You know, he doesn't work out a whole lot. So he
I
doesn't
will
hit
let
the
you-
gym.
Just a question: should I roll sand for seeing the theater change?
You certainly should. Yes.
Yeah.
And I make it.
Okay, you make it. So yeah, still not okay, but you haven't lost it yet. Okay.
Okay, that's a terrible.
Oh,
So he tries it. He's trying it first to, like, he's trying to just kind of break it open with a normal knock. Like the way
yeah.
he discovers that a lot of doors just give way that way, and it's not doing that. And so now he's going to back up. He's going to push. He's
Okay.
going to back up, and he's going to, like, really lay into it, and drop his shoulder, and just really hit it.
When you roll, add an extra bonus die to it.
Okay. So how do I do that? I'm sorry.
When you do your roll, there should be like an option. There's like a slider bar that you can
Okay.
move it over to the right. Yeah.
Yeah. So 1 or 2.
1, please.
Okay. All right. There's a 15. See, sometimes you just have to throw your shoulder into it, and
does.
the door explodes.
And it does, and it gives way with a crack.
Yeah.
And you are able to kind of start pushing the door open.
Oh yeah. He's just, like, coming through like a
I'm
rhinoceros.
coming to help him get it open.
John,
You know how in the old cartoons, like, a character runs through the wall and there's a shape of the character? And that's basically what's going on here.
just about.
Yeah.
It's
There you
a
go.
very size shape.
John,
I mean,
you notice,
the rest of us can get through that.
John, you notice written on the wall, in these red dripping letters, it says, "All the world's a stage, and all of the men and women merely players. The end." And then suddenly, everything goes dark in the theater, but you're still able to get out that door.
All right.
And there's no audience. It's just the four of you now trying to rush out.
What does the theater look like now that we're outside?
If you glance in, there's no lights on.
Is there anybody outside?
Nope.
Wow, they all left fast.
What was that all about? What was
I
he
don't know.
doing down there?
There's some weird play. I think he was just trying to basically violate every taboo of the theater.
Yeah, I know he did some weird stuff with the blue suit and the candles, and
It was all bad luck. It was all
Yeah.
terrible. Yeah.
And
Where
there's
is
still
he, by the
people in
way?
the theater. He was in the basement, but couldn't find the door.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
If you, you would have to, light a match or something like that to see your way back down to the basement.
The theater's not on fire or anything from the
It
outside?
is not. No,
No. So we are outside now, and
you are outside, and it is not on fire.
What's
but-
the date? Is it today? Is it, or is?
Yeah, we'll say there's a paper boy. So,
Yeah.
Hey, Mister, you want a newspaper?
Yeah.
And it's still today.
Yeah. Okay.
John's going to kind of go against maybe a lamp post or something and like kind of catch his breath. Like, what the heck just happened? He lost a bit of sanity in there.
Mm-hmm.
So he's a little like, I don't understand what just happened, but I really don't want to do that again.
Bingley's pretty shook up, and I just don't know what happened. That fool did something. That was his performance.
Well, I mean, bravo, because I've never seen like the whole thing with the mirrors and the disappearing door and the audience that was clearly dressed up and engaged and the fire that wasn't a fire. I mean, this is state-of-the-art special effects here that is going on. Like, I'm impressed. Like, this guy, you need to sign him. Yeah, like
we need to go back inside, figure out what the heck's going on here.
Yeah. I want to know how they did all this. This is incredible. Yeah.
John will move to the front door.
Okay.
Or move. Well, we came out the side, right?
You came out the side, yeah, like a fire exit.
Yeah. All right. Let's go around front. Let's take a look at least around front.
Sure. Okay. Yeah, that seems like a great idea. I ruined this door, so I don't want to. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you can come back in the front door. Looks like the same theater. You don't see any of the stagehands around or anything, but looks like the same place.
Everything looks normal now, like the way we expect it to look and everything. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. John's going to chalk this up to maybe a bad bit of beef at lunch or something and go back in.
It happens. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Is there anything else you would like to do?
He will. John
Let's
will
maybe change his shorts. So.
Yeah. Right. John's going to just kind of go around, like, make a general inspection, see if anything is out of the ordinary, out of place. He needs a moment to feel grounded.
There's, when you get back up to the stage, there is still bits of that broken glass from the mirrors. It looks like the stagehands left at some point. They just
they were going to take him off to the hospital, or whatever.
Yeah. So there's.
I think we should try and get Lanting because I think he might have got hurt during his performance.
Why don't you go find him? I'll start cleaning up this broken glass.
Okay.
Let me know if you need help.
Yeah, Barry, you want to come with me?
I'll go find a broom or whatnot.
You can walk ahead.
Barry, let Barry break the trail.
Just like, we're just gonna go ahead and you know what? I mean, maybe it's time to tell what's her name, Alice.
Alice. Yep.
Alice. Yeah. That everything. We got the guy to spin around and spit and curse and. Well,
let's go see if he's okay because I think he did hurt himself quite badly.
No, he's gone, right? Like he disappeared in the room with no doors anymore, right?
When you get down to where the basement is, there's no door.
Yeah.
Basement door is gone.
There's no door. It's gone.
Yeah, he did his whole thing. Like it was a one night performance type of thing, like a one shot. One day people will do these, like just on a regular night.
Go talk to Alice.
Okay.
Let's go talk to her.
Okay, you go back up to Alice's.
Yeah.
Where is Mr. Brunkley?
He was with you. No door. Thanks, Jeff. No door. He is. He probably came in with you. Probably went back to his office or something to probably call the investors or.
Yeah.
If you want, you can go to Alice's dressing room.
Yeah, we're definitely going there because and with chocolates too. It'll
Okay.
be with one of the boxes that he actually took with him, and he's just kind of going to bring it back. So
Okay.
The problem is that we don't have a lead anymore because Mr. Lanting is gone. We don't know where he is now.
and that's okay. That's okay. He did his performance, so the bad energy is gone. So
Bad juju.
yeah, it's all good now. Yeah, this house is clean.
Children, come into the light.
Yes, exactly.
You get to the door, and it's closed.
Barry's going to motion to Roger to do his thing of, attempting to knock on it properly.
Knock on it.
Okay. No.
Step out of the way.
There's no response.
Amen.
Okay.
Knock harder.
No response.
Check if it's open.
It is unlocked. Yes.
Barry was just about to bang on it, but
puny door.
That's right.
You open up the door, and when you step in, you see Alice is lying on her couch, her hair completely white, and this look on her face of utter terror, like she's.
I'll rush to her and go check if she's alive.
She is quite dead.
Mm-hmm. Oh no!
If you had to guess, you would say she died from fright.
Wow.
Call Mr.
I didn't do that.
Everyone always says I kill people, but I really don't.
You do those things that makes very sounds very sincere.
Okay, you're gonna get Mr. Bingley.
Yeah, I think it's necessary to let him know that Cordelia is dead. So
and this is gonna be our final shot. Is Mr. Bingley walks over, looks into the dressing room, and just begins to weep. Mm-hmm. And our camera kind of moves out from the dressing room and just kind of moves down the hallways of the theater and just goes to black. Mm-hmm. And that is our story.
Dun, dun, dun. John is not happy.
Oh, hi, Mark. Awesome reference, my friend. It's true. I did not kill her. I did not. Oh, hi, Mark. Yeah, and that is our story. So I may not have run everything exactly as was in there. I improvised a little bit, but I hope you enjoyed that.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
Good.
I liked it. I've nenever played Cthulhu before, so I've used this system before as in RuneQuest, rolling low on percentiles.
Yeah.
Okay, good. All right. Well,
I like it.
I'm glad you enjoyed it. Thank you for joining and playing.
Yeah. Thank you for inviting us.
Of course.
Thanks for having us.
It was great to come back and play with you guys. So.
Yeah. You know me, I'm a fool for running more games than I have time to do. Yeah. So, but this is something I wanted to try.
One shot
like to support Sandra. So, again, you can purchase this on DriveThruRPG. The name of it is The Show Must Go On, and we will make sure that there is a link in the video to be able to direct you to go get it. So I want to thank again my players for joining. Anybody have anything going on they want to plug or mention?
You know me, I got nothing.
Okay.
I don't have anything at the moment.
I always like to check.
You have you'll be able to speak more to this than I can, but you've got a V5 Dark Ages thing coming out, right?
Yes.
That I will be back for. I will be totally back for and ready to play.
Yep.
So.
And the nod as well. So yeah.
It's set in Venice, is it?
Yes.
I think.
Yeah.
So that's going to be very interesting. Yeah.
Yeah. The
So we need to practice our bad Italian accents.
you can if you like to. Yeah, that's going to actually start up in December.
Yeah.
So we're gonna start talking about characters and things like that. But yeah, that'll be the next big game. One of the big games on this channel is we're gonna do Dark Ages Vampires. So as soon as we have more info on that for people, we will send that out. But
I
otherwise,
fondly remember Praetor.
oddly, and I might bring him in as an NPC at some point.
Be my guest.
We'll see. And if I do, I might invite you to join for that session if possible. So.
Okay. That'll be fine. He is the original paladin in my mind.
Yes. So thanks again to everybody watching. Please be sure to give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, share it with your friends, all that happy stuff. And we will see you all again soon. Thanks, everybody. Have a good night.
Good night.
Bye.